Welcome everybody to this NXT live stream, live reaction. In few minutes we start with this new live stream of NXT. Special guest, the American Dusty Rhodes, one of the mentor of the NXT universe. Two matches was announced by for this NXT episode. Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre for the NXT Championship match. In few seconds, we start with NXT October 4th, 2017. Main event NXT Championship match. Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong. Another match announced. Aleister Black versus the newcomer Lio Rush. We stand with Las Vegas. Welcome everybody, NXT live stream, live reaction, October 4th. The main event tonight in huge World Champion NXT Championship match. Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre, plus Aleister Black versus the newcomer Lio Rush. Lio Rush, newcomer versus Aleister Black tonight. Welcome everybody. This is NXT live stream. Main event tonight, NXT Championship match, Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong, plus the newcomer Lio Rush versus Aleister Black, and more NXT action. Stay with us. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with NXT live stream, live reaction watch party. Another 60 minutes of NXT. Live in Orlando, NXT. Tonight, the return of Aleister Black in action against the newcomers Lio Rush. NXT Championship match. Ruby Riott arriving in the arena, ladies and gentlemen, for a women division match. Women division tag team match. Ruby Riott, women division tag team match at the opening contest. Ruby Riott in the ring. Ruby Riott, ladies and gentlemen, the tattoo girl of NXT. Tag team action. Billie Kay. Billie Kay, the iconic duo, and Peyton Royce is the opposite team. And Peyton Royce, the opponents of Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott and Peyton Royce. The technical partner, I think that will be, the technical partner of Ruby Riott will be Nikki Cross. The iconic duo in the ring. A tag team match. Tag team action for the women division. Ruby Riott is an handicap match. Ruby Riott versus Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Billie Kay, armbar by Billie Kay, a submission maneuver by Billie Kay on Ruby Riott, ladies and gentlemen. Billie Kay in control of the match against Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott in trouble. Billie Kay continues her punishment, but a drop kick by Ruby Riott to reverse the match. And Ruby Riott back in control against Billie Kay. Peyton Royce. Is an handicap match. Handicap match for Ruby Riott against Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Let's go Ruby, that says the NXT Universe. Ruby Riott in control of the match against Peyton Royce in this time. Ruby Riott continues her punishment on Peyton Royce. Ruby Riott in control of the match. Welcome everybody, subscribe to the channel for 480 WWE videos. This is NXT live stream. This is the opening contest. Ruby Riott versus the iconic duo Billie Kay and Peyton Royce in a handicap match. Only one count for Billie Kay on Ruby Riott. And now a submission maneuver. Billie Kay in control of the match against Ruby Riott. 2 counts, only 2 counts. Covered by Billie Kay by only 2 counts. Billie Kay continues her punishment on Ruby Riott. Is an handicap match. Ruby missing a tag team partner. Peyton Royce makes the tag and attacks Ruby Riott in this time. Peyton Royce continues her punishment on Ruby Riott. Attacks Ruby Riott in the corner. Peyton Royce very confident, in control. Peyton Royce in control, ladies and gentlemen. Tag and Billie Kay back in the ring and double suplex by the iconic duo on Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott still in trouble. 1, 2, 2 against 1. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce versus Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott in trouble. A big right hand by Billie Kay, but Nikki Cross arrived on the ringside. Maybe she could be the tag team partner of Ruby Riott. Nikki Cross watched the match. Peyton Royce headlock on Ruby Riott in the same time, but Nikki Cross is on the ringside. Nikki Cross watch Ruby Riott and Peyton Royce in the middle on the ring. Clothesline by Peyton Royce on Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott still in trouble against Peyton Royce. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody. This is the opening contest of NXT tonight. Peyton Royce and Billie Kay versus Ruby Riott. But there is also on the ring side Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross, watch the match. Watch the match. Ruby Riott in trouble against Peyton Royce. Reversal by Riott this time. Face buster by Ruby Riott on Peyton Royce. Ruby Riott tried to reverse the match, to back in control of the match. Ruby Riott deserve attack with Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross is unpredictable and show her hand to Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross in the ring, and Nikki Cross explode on Billie Kay. The lunatic Nikki Cross against Billie Kay, both Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Nikki Cross in control. Yes, Nikki Cross still in control. Nikki Cross is furious, is crazy, streaming like a banshee. And now DDT by Nikki Cross, 1, 2, almost 3. Peyton Royce saved her partner and attacks also Ruby Riott. And listen, this is the iconic duo Peyton Royce and Ruby Riott versus Nikki Cross and Peyton Royce and Billie Kay versus Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross. 2 counts for Peyton Royce. The iconic duo versus Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott, the opening contest of the today episode of NXT. Welcome everybody for NXT live stream. This time there is the following contest. Billie Kay on Nikki Cross. Ruby Riott attacks on the ringside Peyton Royce, and in the ring Billie Kay against Nikki Cross. Billie Kay tried to a suplex. No, missing. Nikki Cross is crazy, going crazy. Cross-facing by Nikki Cross on Billie Kay. Makes the tag by Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott. Double drag kick by Ruby Riott on the iconic duo. Ruby Riott is on fire. Ruby Riott continues her punishment. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott wins the match, the tag team match. Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott wins the match. Strange alliance because Nikki Cross arrived only during the match, but not before, with the beginning of the match. Ruby Riott started the match alone, and after Nikki Cross arrived to help Ruby Riott in this tag team action. Remember tonight the main event, Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong, plus the newcomer Lio Rush versus Aleister Black. And now a special view what just happened last week when Lars Sullivan destroys Oney Lorcan last week. 303 pounds, Lars Sullivan. Big guy. Lars Sullivan destroys Oney Lorcan. Destroyed Oney Lorcan last week, but Danny Burch saved Oney Lorcan. Sullivan wants also another more competition. Lars Sullivan interview. Danny Burch challenge Lars Sullivan. Lars Sullivan. I'm always in control of everything, says Lars Sullivan, unequivocally and categorically. I'm always in control, says Lars Sullivan. My opponents They're afraid with suppose and control. The rage that they have should be afraid. My advice for Danny Burch is next week for him to be in control of his fear. I quote for you Lars Sullivan. Next week, Danny Burch versus Lars Sullivan. In the locker room, Roderick Strong is ready to his title opportunity tonight against Drew McIntyre. Roderick Strong 1-on-1 against Drew McIntyre tonight, later tonight. But also, Aleister Black maybe continues tonight is Undefeated Streak versus Aleister Black versus Lio Rush tonight. Tonight there is a newcomer, Lio Rush, and this guy, after this little commercial break of NLSL, after this commercial break, Lio Rush, the newcomer, will face Aleister Black. I think that Aleister Black will be the winner of this matchup. But we are ready for the second match of the night. The first one was a tag team matchup. Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross defeat the iconic duo Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. And now, earlier today, Angelina Vega, the manager of Andrade Cien Almas. Gargano wants a rematch against Almas. And Angelina Vega. Andrade won fair and square, says Angelina Vega. Angelina Vega, in an interview earlier today, and says that Andrade Cien Almas is a superstar, already superstars, and wants a title opportunity for her protege, Andrade Cien Almas. Angelina Vega, confident about her protege, Andrade Cien Almas. Very confident Angelina Vega. Very beautiful also. Last week, Adam Cole against Eric Young. A chaotic scenario. O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Adam Cole versus Sanity. A chaotic scenario last week. In the main event of NXT. This is a special view about what just happened last week on NXT. The undisputed era of this guy. Sanity in 2 weeks against undisputed era. 6-man tag team match. In 2 weeks, 6-man tag team match, Sanity versus undisputed era. And now Lio Rush, the newcomer Lio Rush, arrived in the arena. 1 fall from Colombia. 160 pounds, a cruiserweight. Lio Rush, a small guy, 160 pounds. Lio Rush debuted on NXT. Lio Rush compete around in the world, says Mauro now about this Lio Rush. I think that Lio Rush will lose this match against Aleister Black. No questions about that. Lio Rush versus Aleister Black. Lio Rush in the ring. And now, darkness in the arena for the man with a black heart, black blood, black mind, black soul. Aleister Black in the darkness. An amazing new characters for NXT, Aleister Black. The darkness in the arena, fog and darkness for this dangerous person. Aleister Black arriving in the arena. It's like a metal, heavy metal superstars. This Aleister Black. Aleister Black is ready. 205 pounds. Aleister Black, but Velveteen Dream arrived in the ring and attacking Lio Rush, the opponent of Aleister Black. Velveteen Dream, ladies and gentlemen, attacks Lio Rush, the opponent of Aleister Black. Velveteen Dream wants the Aleister Black attention. Velveteen Dream. Two opposite character. I think it's a good feud between these two. The colorful Velveteen Dream with the dark Aleister Black. A feud between two opposite stars with a opposite style. Aleister Black sit in the ring, in the middle of the ring. Velveteen Dream wants. What's my name? He says Velveteen Dream to Aleister Black. Aleister Black is a smart guy. Doesn't watch Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream is like a child that wants the attention of his father. But Aleister Black watch the Infinity, but not the Velveteen Dream. The Night Velveteen Dream. Aleister Black sit on the ring. No match. In action. Up next, the winner of the Mae Young Classic. NXT TV debut of the winner of the Mae Young Classic. Up next, after this commercial, the winner of the Mae Young Classic, ladies and gentlemen, debut tonight on NXT. I remember the two first results of this episode. Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross defeat the iconic duo Billie Kay Peyton Royce. No contest in the matchup between Aleister Black and Lio Rush because Velveteen Dream attacks Lio Rush before the beginning of the match, only to receive more attention by Aleister Black. But I think that this choice of Velveteen Dream doesn't work with Aleister Black. Welcome everybody, subscribe to the channel for 480 WWE videos. This NXT live stream. We saw before two matches, and now there is the debut, NXT debut of the winner of the Mae Young Classic. Another superstar from Japan. Maybe could be the new Asuka. I don't know. This girl debut in a few minutes. Here we go. A good outfit for this girl. Kairi Sane, ladies and gentlemen. Kairi Sane debuted on NXT. Kairi Sane, the winner of the Mae Young Classic. Kairi Sane with a particular ring attire. Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane. I love the gimmick of this girl with the watch with the good good gimmick. His opponents Aliyah. Aliyah, the opponents of Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane versus Aliyah. The winner of the Mae Young Classic will be one of the four girls in the Fatal 4-Way match on Brooklyn, Houston, NXT Houston, NXT Takeover Houston. And now Kairi Sane versus Aliyah. Back elbow by Kairi Sane. Kairi in control of the match against Aliyah. A clothesline by Kairi Sane on Aliyah. Only one count. Kairi Sane in control of the match. The winner of the Mae Young Classics is NXT debut tonight. Backbreaker by Aliyah. Aliyah in control. 1, 2. Only to count for Aliyah on Kairi Sane. Aliyah, a couple of boots on the spine of Kairi Sane by Aliyah. Aliyah in control of the match in this time. But Sane kick out Aliyah. Aliyah continues her punishment on Kairi Sane. Backbreaker by Aliyah on Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane in trouble against Aliyah. Kairi Sane in trouble, ladies and gentlemen, against Aliyah. Kairi Sane back on her feet. Oh, shoulder first in the corner. Kairi Sane, and Aliyah continues use the opportunity to attack the winner of the Mae Young Classic, Kairi Sane. Aliyah in control. Aliyah in control of the match. Spear by Kairi Sane. 1, 2. Only 2 counts for Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane versus Aliyah. A right hand on the chest by Kairi Sane. Another one. A third one. A fourth one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kairi Sane explode on Aliyah in this time. Kairi Sane, the next universe is behind Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane on Aliyah. Avalanche in the corner. A sliding forearm by Kairi Sane on Aliyah. Kairi Sane go to the top rope. Kairi Sane on the top turnbuckle. 1, 2, 3. Kairi Sane wins the match, ladies and gentlemen. Kairi Sane. Maybe the future NXT Women's Champions, Kairi Sane Sane wins against Aria. His debut of Sane on NXT tonight, wins against Aliyah. Sane. Drew McIntyre in the locker room. Drew McIntyre is ready for the NXT Championship match tonight. Next. NXT Championship match is next, ladies and gentlemen. Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong. Few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, and we start with the main event of the today episode of NXT. Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong NXT Championship match. Next week on NXT qualifying match for the Fatal 4 match, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan and Peyton Royce. Triple threat match. The winner joined Kairi Sane in the Fatal 4 match in NXT TakeOver. And the match between Black and Rush ended in a no contest because Velveteen Dream attacks Lio Rush before the beginning of the match, and the match was a no contest because Velveteen Dream destroys Lio Rush before the beginning of the match. Roderick Strong arrived in the arena. It's time for the main event here on NXT. Roderick Strong, the number one contenders for the NXT Championship match. My prediction is that Roderick Strong will be the winner. New champ. Roderick Strong in the ring is ready. Roderick Strong is ready to this big opportunity. Welcome Gravity Zone to this live stream. Subscribe the channel for 480 WWE videos. Roderick Strong in the ring is ready for this NXT Championship match. And now, Scottish music. I remind me, Roddy Piper, the one and only. Drew McIntyre. Emotion in the eyes of Roderick Strong. It's the biggest night of his career for Roderick Strong. Drew McIntyre in the arena. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, in a few seconds. This time it is in the arena. And on the ringside, Drew McIntyre, NXT champion. McIntyre. Maybe McIntyre could be the winner. Drew McIntyre in the ring. 6'5", 6'6", 250 some pounds. The champion. Drew McIntyre looks like a Highlander. Drew McIntyre, the man that defeated Bobby Roode. Remember that. In contest, a schedule of one fall. It's the NXT Championship. Introducing for the challenger from Tampa, Florida, weighing 200 pounds, rather strong from Tampa, Florida, like Macho Man Randy Savage. No, Macho Man was for Sarasota, Florida, I'm sorry. His opponent, out of Scotland, weighing 254 pounds, he is the NXT champion, Drew McIntyre. The NXT champions, Drew McIntyre, 254 pounds, 6'5", versus Roderick Strong, 200 pounds. Everything underlying for this match, the biggest match of the Roderick Strong career, his first title match, first important title match. Roderick Strong, because I think that in the past was a title opportunity against Bobby Roode, but I'm not sure about that. I don't remember very well. The match starts right now. It's official. Bell ring. Roderick Strong is confident. Different size. Drew McIntyre. The 11th champions, Drew McIntyre, in the NXT history. Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong attacks McIntyre, both guys jockeying for position. McIntyre push out Roderick Strong to the corner. Push Strong to the corner. Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre. Strong uses speed and agility. But also, McIntyre is fast because he's 6'5", but only 254. Headlock by Roderick Strong on Drew McIntyre at this time. Roderick Strong, headlock. Clothesline by Drew McIntyre. Shoulder block by Drew McIntyre. Physical advantage on Roderick Strong. NXT title match, little commercial break, but after this commercial, we're back with this NXT Championship matchup. Subscribe to the channel for over 480 WWE videos. This is the main event of NXT. There is a Superfly that fly around me this time. I ate the Superfly, the mosquito in Espanol. NXT Championship match, a drop kick, a huge drop kick by Roderick Strong on the Drew McIntyre, and now Roderick Strong back is in control. Another drop kick by McIntyre, and now a cover by McIntyre, only one count. Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong, slap on the chest by McIntyre on Roderick Strong. Another slap on the chest. Belly to belly throw by McIntyre on Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong is on the ring side, on the floor in this time. Drew McIntyre is methodical. This methodical slap on the face of Roderick Strong by McIntyre. And now destroys Strong on the barricade, through the barricade. Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen. Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre. Ooh, big boot by Strong on Drew McIntyre. Roderick Strong versus McIntyre. And now Roderick Strong back in control of the match. Both guys outside the ring. McIntyre collide with the barricade. Still barricade. And now Strong collide with the apron. A lumbar crashing in the apron for Roderick Strong. Now both guys. Ooh. The backbreaker by Strong on McIntyre to the steel steps. Holy shit, says everybody in the NXT arena. Roderick Strong in control. My prediction is that Roderick Strong will be the next NXT champions. The Superfly continues to fly around me. Roderick Strong. Backbreaker by Roderick Strong on Drew McIntyre. A drop kick again. 1, 2. Only 2 counts for Roderick Strong. Drew McIntyre in trouble against Strong. And now another backbreaker by Roderick Strong on Drew McIntyre. 1, 2. Only 2 counts for Strong. Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre. Roderick Strong in control. Continues his punishment on Drew McIntyre. Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong could be tonight the 12 NXT champions. This time is in control. Continues his punishment. Strong focus on the back on McIntyre, and now submission maneuver by Roderick Strong on Drew McIntyre. Submission maneuver by Strong on McIntyre. Strong. Roderick Strong. Reversal Irish whip by Drew McIntyre on Roderick Strong. Roddy in control. Roderick Strong in control of the match. Roddy Strong versus Drew McIntyre. And now McIntyre back in control. Drew McIntyre. Drop kick by Roderick Strong. Cover 1, 2. 2 counts for Roderick Strong. A couple of right hand on the face of Drew McIntyre by Roderick Strong. Roddy still in control. Big boot. Another one on the chest of McIntyre. 2 count for Strong again. Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen. Roderick Strong, a big boot on the face of McIntyre by Strong. Another one. Strong in control once again. Roderick Strong once again in control of the match. Roderick Strong, but a couple of right hand of McIntyre on the back of Strong. Back elbow by Strong on McIntyre. And now McIntyre still in control. I'm sorry, Roderick Strong still in control. McIntyre in trouble. No. Suplex. Vertical suplex by McIntyre on Roderick Strong. Maybe McIntyre back in control. Maybe. But it's time for another commercial break. After the commercial, we're back in the arena to this amazing NXT Championship match between McIntyre and Strong. Roderick Strong, 6'5", 254 pounds. McIntyre, no, sorry, Roderick Strong is 200 pounds. McIntyre, 6'5", 254. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody. Subscribe to the channel. NXT Championship match. We're back in the arena. Clothesline by McIntyre on Strong. Slap on the face by Strong on McIntyre. Roderick Strong still in control. No, a big boot by McIntyre. And now Strong down to the canvas. McIntyre back in control. Big boot by Strong in this time. Big boot by McIntyre. And now a submission maneuver. No. Drew McIntyre back in control. 1, 2. A near fall for Drew McIntyre in this time. A near fall for Drew McIntyre in this championship match. Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong. Drew McIntyre in control of the match at this time. First NXT title defense against Roderick Strong for Drew McIntyre. Strong, and now big boot by Strong on Drew McIntyre. Slam by Strong on McIntyre. 1, 2. Only 2 count for Roderick Strong. But Roderick Strong still in control of the match. Roderick Strong knows what important this is the biggest match of his career. Double arm, no. Missing a clothesline for Strong, for McIntyre. Strong, powers blend. 1, 2. 2 count for McIntyre. Drew McIntyre back in control of the match. Drew McIntyre back in control of the match, ladies and gentlemen. Now both guys on the middle rope. McIntyre tried to superplex, no. And McIntyre still on the second rope. A drop kick by Strong, but doesn't work against Drew McIntyre. Roderick Strong back on the middle rope. Yes, Roderick Strong back on the middle rope. Both guys in the middle rope. And now on the top rope, Roderick Strong try a superplex. Superplex by Roderick Strong on Drew McIntyre. 1, 2. Ooh, near fall. Near fall for Roderick Strong on McIntyre. Huge fight between these two guys, Roderick Strong and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong, ladies and gentlemen. NXT Championship. NXT Championship match. Right hand by Roderick Strong on McIntyre. Right hand by McIntyre, and now by Strong. And now for McIntyre, and now for Strong, and now for McIntyre. And now start the fight. A fight between these two guys. Big boot by Strong. And now Roderick Strong. Double arm suplex. Another near fall for Roderick Strong, ladies and gentlemen. Another near fall for Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre NXT Championship match. Tonight, main event of NXT. Roderick Strong in control of the match once again. Good performance for Roderick Strong tonight. Both guys down to the canvas. Both guys in trouble. Roderick Strong and Drew McIntyre. And now McIntyre trying to take advantage. Get Strong on his shoulders. And now McIntyre go to the on the second rope. And now, ooh, avalanche by McIntyre on Strong. 1, 2. Oh, Strong put his boot on the bottom rope, therefore saved the match for Roderick Strong. But Roderick Strong is in pain this time, is helpless. Roderick Strong is in trouble in this match against Drew McIntyre. The Hugger, two great competitors, no questions about that. Drew McIntyre is on fire, is ready to the fight. McIntyre, no! I need for Strong, another one by Strong, a third one, backbreaker by Strong on McIntyre, and now Roderick Strong is on fire, kick 1, 2, another near fall for Roderick Strong. Another near fall. Another near fall for Roderick Strong, ladies and gentlemen. Another near fall for Roderick Strong tonight. McIntyre is no ordinary man, no questions about that. Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre on the apron, both on the apron. And now McIntyre outside the ring. And also get Strong and backbreaker to the steel post for Roderick Strong by Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre back in control of the match. Drew McIntyre back in control. Both guys back in the ring. McIntyre in control, trying to double arm suplex. Drew McIntyre versus Roderick. Future shock by McIntyre on Strong. Strong maybe is out in this time. Roderick Strong in trouble. Huge fight between these guys. I think that it will be an interference of Adam Cole O'Reilly of Fish after this match. Kicked by the champion. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre still NXT champions. Drew McIntyre still NXT champions, ladies and gentlemen. It's official. Drew McIntyre still NXT champions. I lost my prediction, and Roderick Strong lost his big opportunity. Drew McIntyre retain his belt tonight. Unbelievable. Drew McIntyre still champ. I lost my prediction because I predict that McIntyre still, ladies and gentlemen, Drew McIntyre still NXT champions. After an amazing match, Drew McIntyre defeat Roderick Strong and retain the NXT Championship belt. Drew McIntyre still NXT champions. Maybe deserve another challenger. But Roderick Strong made a huge performance tonight, but didn't work to the championship belt. Drew McIntyre still the champ. There's a couple of replay. Roderick Strong, big frustration for the challenger, for the former challenger. And now Drew McIntyre watch Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong watch Drew McIntyre. Now silence in the arena. Both guys watch each other. Drew McIntyre go to Roderick Strong. McIntyre watch Strong. Strong watch McIntyre. McIntyre offer his hand to Roderick Strong and shake his hand for both guys. These two guys still friends. Drew McIntyre, but no, Drew McIntyre still the champ, ladies and gentlemen. Roderick Strong still an underdog, a loser underdog, but amazing athletes, no questions about that. No questions about it. Drew McIntyre still, oh boy, the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fischer, O'Reilly arrived right now. The Undisputed Era once attacked, Drew McIntyre. Adam Cole talks with Roderick Strong, but no one knows what Adam Cole says to Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong leaving the arena. Drew McIntyre still NXT champion. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen,